careful. This is okay. I don't wanna. Oh shit. Wisdom. Okay, let's see. So this is what it says. Manly P. Hall's The Secret Teachings of All Ages, first published in 1928, does touch on themes related to politics, societal structures, and their relationship to deeper spiritual truths. While Hall does not explicitly frame politics as a distraction, his work criticizes materialism and emphasizes the pursuit of wisdom, self-knowledge, and spiritual enlightenment as life's highest aims. Key points relevant to politics and spiritual priorities. I knew there must be something in here about that. That's awesome. Politics as a reflection of human ignorance. Yeah, and I was just thinking that. I was in the water and I was like, I feel like they just want people to like rethink about what they're doing. And that's why they publicly show all kinds of crazy, stupid stuff to people so that they can make people realize that they're the same and they can react the same, they can do the same, and that they can also do different. And it's like just a challenge to give people like another way of looking at things. All right, let's see what it says. Hall suggests that political systems often arise from humanity's collective misunderstandings of natural and divine laws. This is so perfect. That's totally how I think about it. In his view, many political struggles stem from humanity's failure to recognize universal spiritual principles, leading to cycles of conflict and imbalance. Yeah, totally. It is like that. Let's see what else it says. The illusion of material power. Nah, this is too good. Wow. In chapters such as The Theory of the Political Art. Look at this. In 1922, this was written. Hall discusses how political power structures historically manipulate symbols, myths, and fears. See? See? That's what it is. I know it. I know it. It's something that doesn't just exist only from a specific politician. This is something that exists with all of it. He implies that such systems prioritize superficial gains over inner growth. Distracting. See, I knew it. I knew it. Distracting individuals from their true potential. I knew it. Look, he's saying exactly what I was thinking. This is what I always thought with this stuff. But I didn't know that there was something written about it. But I mean, it makes sense that he would have written, The Secret of All Ages. Come on, that's like a title that would potentially have stuff like that. Let's see what he says. The call to transcend materialism. Throughout the book, Hall argues that material pursuits, including political power, are transient and illusory compared to the enduring importance of philosophical and spiritual awakening. He encourages readers to seek the mysteries, esoteric wisdom, rather than becoming entangled in societal structures. Look, just what I was saying, only he says it in a more like in-depth way. It's the same thing I thought though. Publication context. The Secret Teaching of All Ages, an encyclopedic outline of Masonic, Hermetic, Kabbalistic, and Rosicrucian symbolic philosophy. Year 1928, not 1982. Huh. Well, that's funny. Flipped. So let's see. That means 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. That's like less than 60 years later. A birth was created to reflect this. The opposite reflection, not 28, but 82. Relevant sections. Look to chapters on societal cycles, political philosophy, or his analysis of governance in ancient civilizations. Atlantis, Egypt, It doesn't matter a dictator. That's just nonsense too. That's another distraction. That's another fake way of looking at it. The exact phrasing about politics as a distraction may not be explicit, but the themes are woven into his critique of materialism. Why this matters. Hall's work aligns with the idea that politics, like otherworldly systems, can obscure humanity's connection to timeless truths. He advocates for introspection, ethical living, and the study of arcane wisdom as antidotes to societal illusions. It's interesting too because I just recently watched that show Arcane. I watched the whole thing. Huh, it was crazy. For deeper insights, refer to the 1928 edition's sections on the theory of the political art and the cycles of civilizations. These chapters critique the short sightedness of political power and emphasize aligning human institution with cosmic order. Wow. All right, well, I'm going to just do this for 3 minutes, just talk about my thoughts on this. So, I know a lot of people like to think about things in certain ways because they think it's the best way to think because of their current situation or because of how things are today or whatever, technology or whatnot. But this book that was made all those years ago, it shows, it doesn't matter what year. There's certain ways things are done. It doesn't matter what person either. Things are done a certain way, and when other people don't think about it in that way, they think it's about specific people, specific situations. Like they target, they're like, oh, Elon, oh, Trump, or oh, 2025, or but it's not really about that. It's about the fact that things just work certain ways, and of course, situations are slightly different here and there, but for the most part, things are always the same. It doesn't matter if there's technology or no technology. There are certain things that just are certain ways because of just the reality of nature. I talk for one more minute. All right, so like for example, what do I do right now? I'm in the bath. Like, what what am I doing? Like, why am I doing this? Well, I don't know. I got inspired, I guess. I had brought my paper in here, is what I usually do. If I ever have ideas, I just jot it down real quick. Really messy because it's like, oh, I have to do it quick. I don't want to. I don't want to. Um, I don't know. But like, yeah. So if I have an idea, I'll be like, all right, and then I get back in the water, and then I have another idea. Okay, all right, that's good enough. I have another idea. All right, great. I'll look at that later. And then like, I don't know, 3 weeks later, I look at it, and it's like, oh yeah, I remember this. Let me make this more specific. Let me organize this. Like, oh yeah, so yeah. Oh, let me do some research on that. Let me see where that can go. And then next thing you know it, a year later, I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute. All right, let's work on this art piece. And I'm working on this art piece for like 2 months. And it's like, once I create it, it's like, wow, a year ago, I had that thought when I was in the bath. And now making this piece. And then it's like, all right, well, I got to show people. And then it's like, all right, I'm posting this on to YouTube. Oh, I didn't know you could click to see these three things. That's cool. Search.